Hello, everybody. This is Kirsho here. Now, whenever we last left off, Izuku Midoriya, things were a bit odd and difficult. Now, what happened in the last part was his mother died in the ghoul operation. Their plan was to break into the prison and liberate their allies. However, Midoriya did have a bit of an idea to expand upon it. Gather larger numbers. Ghouls who will fight on their side. Along the way, they ran into the one ghoul that Midoriya fought and lost against. Midoriya fighting him and at least trying to hold his ground against him. To, sadly, not really good amount. In fact, there were 15 to 20 ghouls attacking him all at once. Even then, they were basically like fodder to him. The only reason they had to leave, or they probably didn't overpower him yet, was because of that stupid gas in the air. And Midoriya, his mother, died. Killed by the CCG. After that, they went back to the mansion and celebrated her life. Along with all the other ghouls that died that night, with a party. Midoriya and Momo ended the night by actually going inside and making out on a couch. Now, let us begin there. Midoriya and her are both sleeping. Midoriya is, well, on the very right side of the couch, his arm over it, while his left arm has Momo wrapped around in it. And he wakes up, along with her. Both them looking a bit confused. Now, Midoriya does actually stand up and start stretching. Now, as soon as he gets done stretching, he just begins to look around, thinking for a second. So, this is this place. Interesting. Now, Momo is still on the couch. In fact, when Midoriya got up, she someone just started laying down, trying to get a bit more sleep. Now, Midoriya does actually walk away, heading for the kitchen and brewing a pot of coffee. Coming back out a bit of time later and setting it down directly in front of Momo, as he just starts to sip on his own cup. Beginning to think as he looks out the window. The place truly is beautiful. He really must take the wheel more often. Not just when they're fighting. Now, Momo does eventually sit up and begin to drink the coffee, saying that it actually is one of the best things she's had in a very long time. It's better than what she had last night, though. Talking to Midoriya, saying that she is still sorry for what happened, and if she could reverse it, she would. Midoriya taking a sip from his coffee, turning around and telling her that it is perfectly fine. In fact, we were both taught that acceptable loss is something that might happen. In fact, this was going to happen one day. However, we always thought that she was invincible. So that's partially our fault. Who... Are you okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't properly introduce myself. I'm the other guy. Midoriya says, bringing his hand up, saying that it's quite nice to meet her. Why are you... I thought... You thought I was only in his head. Oh, no, sadly I'm not. In fact, the thing about me is I've been around far longer than he likes to admit. In fact, well, I guess I can tell you that every dark thought, every bad thing he's ever done, I've at least been part of. In fact, I think you might say he holds me responsible for it. It was just a matter of the fact of the final stepping stone giving me more power. The asshole who tortured us. All the pain he feels, all the love he feels, I can feel it too. He cares quite a bit of much about you. And well, I believe that from now on, things might be a bit more clear for him. Let me summarize what that means. Midoriya is sitting down next to her, telling her that his mind is unbalanced, and it isn't good. In fact, he's got so much chaos going on inside of it that you might as well just call it a storm. What happened last night, well, I guess you could say it's like throwing an explosive, a very powerful explosive in the middle of it. It disrupted it. Or I guess you can call it. What is it? Uh, well, no, the eye of the storm, touching down on land. It might turn into something dangerous, like a tornado. However, as soon as it does hit that threshold, it also might vanish. That storm is out of his mind for now. And well, I might be able to take the wheel now. In fact, well, you can let him know this conversation happened. Actually, I do actually enjoy this coffee too. I guess muscle memory does at least still work. Tell him that we'll be working together for a while. And if he needs me, just to call upon me. Not really too hard. In fact, I should talk to him, but he hasn't woken up yet. What do you mean, woken up yet? Whenever he's unconscious, I can do this. Or whenever we're fighting. Or probably whenever he just doesn't want to be in charge. I don't know. I'm not a fucking psychiatrist. Now, I believe that very soon I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna get changed and talk with an old friend. Old friend? Bakugo. She's probably saw what happened. She knows what happened. So she's going to try and find me. And, well, it could raise suspicion. If the classmate. If your classmate comes here, you two aren't normally seen talking to one another. So, I want to know exactly what's going on. He does seem to be interested in her, too. Quite odd. Now, the other guy, I guess you can say, or the other Deku, begins to at least start thinking about what to do, formulate a plan. Now, he does head back home and change into a new pair of clothes. Bakugo arriving on cue to try and talk with Midoriya, and give her condolences for what happened. Surprised to see that he doesn't really seem fazed by it, or really care, until she sees that look in his eyes. The same look she got whenever he was crazy on the battlefield. It unnerved her for a second as she did actually take a step backwards. Deku just saying that she'll be perfectly fine. If he wanted her dead, well, he doesn't, but he could do it in a matter of seconds. You're the other guy? I know. Long story short, this might be happening more often. Now, I understand what you're here for. He'll be fine. He has me, Momo, and some people at the mansion. In fact, sadly to say it, this isn't one of the worst things he's been through. You actually seem a bit more calm than I remember. Yes, I know. It's. I'm not sure how to explain it. So, I guess the best thing I can tell you is that just do well. I understand, we understand, that the sports festival is coming up, so it can be there to support you if you want. You really don't have to. Her saying a bit confused. Why is she? This isn't what she came here for. Midoriya stepping forwards, simply saying that he understands exactly what she is. She likes to be bright, be powerful. So do that at the sports festival. Train hard, and don't work yourself to death. As for us, I believe that we're going to be going undercover. After next week, you probably won't see us again for a bit of time. So, I suggest if you have anything to say them between now and then. Do you understand? Her being actually a bit flustered. Midoriya standing only inches from her face. If she wanted to, she can pull him in right now. But at the same time, this isn't him, is it? She wants to talk to him. She wants to talk to Midoriya. He's. Hang on. Him just looking away. Are you sure? Yeah, alright. Him just turning back, with a bit of a smile on his face, telling Baku that she will do perfectly fine in the sports festival. Her feeling a bit of a rush of relief. The other guy isn't in control. He can't be all the time. So, as she just thinks for a second, she had all that confidence wrapped around her tiny finger. She was going to pull him in and admit that she likes him. But she can't. Now she's actually face to face. It felt like it all just went loose and flew away. Why? Why is she so damn nervous around this guy? I, I okay. Now, with that, she's stuttering over her words, slipping on them. As Midoriya, he just tells her one simple thing. Tonight, meet me on the roof. Wear your dress. And, well, we can talk then. Other than that, I believe that I shouldn't just leave you alone. So, hopefully, we understand each other. Okay? Her not saying a single word. She's battled against other people at UA, battled against villains. She's choking here again. Before she just says no. Confused for minutes. Midoriya turning around to see her. She has a bit of tears in her eyes, saying that she doesn't want him to go away. That is just it. She doesn't know why she's kept their friendship alive for this long. After you saved me against that villain, against that monster, and I found out that you're one of them, it all seemed to come crashing down. Our friendship, the life I thought that I was building. My secret might have done that already, but this is something else. I'm not sure how to feel about you. I'm not sure what to do about you. You're just you. Half human, half ghoul. I don't understand all that, but I do know one thing. You're my friend, someone I won't just abandon. Because you're this? Yeah, not gonna happen. So just tell me, why? Why do you have to leave? Doria watching her eyes tear up as she just walks forwards and wipes a tear from her right eye. telling her that he has to leave because it won't be safe. If people see you with me now, then you're just going to be in more danger. There's still pictures of me out there. Information about me being a ghoul. It shows me using my Kagune. It shows me using my abilities, my eye, eating flesh. It shows me doing all that. And it also shows Yayorozu. So don't stick around her. Avoid her if possible. And, well, avoid me. Do you understand me? If you do, your life will at least be the same for as long as possible. Midoriya going to walk past her as she stops him, staying directly in front of him. Midoriya, he does know that she has one more question. The look on her face shows it, telling her to ask it. Her telling him to just bend down a little bit. It's not something she wants to say out loud. Midoriya doing so, as he just brings his ear towards her mouth. Her turning his face quickly and kissing him. Midoriya being caught a bit off guard. However, he doesn't reject it. In fact, he somewhat embraces her, knowing that she does at least need this. She does want to feel safe, and she does want to feel loved. Now, after he pulls away from her, the two do talk, and Midoriya does give his previous statement, leaving. Now, he does head back to the manor and begin to prepare a bit of things, talking with Momo and giving her a bit more information. He has a plan that's going to be very simple. He's going to announce that he is the ghoul, that he is Eye Patch. He won't show his face, but he will at least try and start spreading a message. He also does need to find the white suits. Knowing them, the second in command, he might not be as tactical as Jason was, right? Yeah, he wasn't really all that well to be a leader. So, how did it go? How'd it go at your house? You knew Balko would confront you. She's a very headstrong girl, so I assume she got what she wanted. A little bit. You jealous? No, not really. Curious a bit more, though. So what are we going to do with her? We're leaving her alone. She's staying out of this, and so are you. You're public. You can't be seen with me, not without your mask. So, what you're going to do is give me a bit of help behind the scenes. We're going to find out exactly what I can do to hide. For right now, that's the best option. Afterwards, we take down the CCG. I'm thinking that we can plant explosives in the headquarters, or even take down an entire prison, killing all the ghouls inside. Or, better idea, you could get criminalizing information on them, instead of just trying to blow their headquarters like a terrorist. Well, that kinda was what I was going for, but okay. We blow the headquarters after we get the information. Okay. Why? Because it'll keep them busy with one area of the city. They'll start to spread themselves a bit too thin. Ghouls will be a bit more active. thinking that someone can finally take down, or at least knock the CCG off that high horse, then it will be able to set them in motion. Now, does that make sense? Actually, it kind of does. Spread them too thin, you can start poking holes in their plans. Exactly. Now, with that being said, Momo and Midoriya do continue their planning, along with briefing a bit of the ghouls there. Some of them are obviously going to follow Midoriya. He walked into hell and got them out of there, even though it cost him something dear to him, someone dear to him. Now, hours have gone by, and Midoriya does actually leave, heading back home. Now, with that being said, he gets his phone and heads to the rooftop, along with wearing that old suit that he was given by Momo. As Bakugo, she walks on top of the roof, seeing Midoriya. Confused for a second as to why he's there, why he's dressed up like that. Now, she actually does have something else with her, and she thinks that if he's gonna leave, he should at least have it. As she walks onto the rooftop with the red dress and his mask. Now, whenever Midoriya sees her, he does actually smile a little bit, before at least telling her that she looks very nice. And she walks directly over to him, giving Midoriya the mask. Before she even says anything, Midoriya looking down at it, and simply doing one single thing, turning his eye turning black, before he takes the mask from her and puts it on his face, and covers his other eye, the one that looks human, before pulling his phone out of his pocket and playing a song. Now, Bakugo, she's a bit confused as to what he's doing. Midoriya then throwing out his hand to her, asking if he can have this dance. Her heart skipping a beat, taking Midoriya's hand, as she dances with the devil in the pale moonlight. This is exactly something she's wanted to experience. It's amazing. It feels right. She doesn't have to hide, she doesn't have to try and put on a ruse. She doesn't even have to try and pretend to be tough. She just dances, does what feels right. In fact, this is the first time she's enjoyed anything in a long, long time. Not like this. As soon as the song finishes, Midoriya throws her up into the air and catches her, holding her in his arms bridal style, as she just stares at him. Midoriya saying that was very lovely, and that he believes this is where they part ways. Her just staring at him, not wanting this night to end. She wants to feel this way again. In fact, she just unzips his mask, zipping open the zipper on his mouth, and kissing him once more. However, she doesn't let up, as she does tell Midoriya that she doesn't want this to end, and that if he's going to be at the sports festival next week, well, then I guess that's all she can really count on. His support. That's all she needs. Even from a distance, it doesn't matter. She will wait. wait until they can talk, wait until they can actually do this again. Now, both of them do walk off of the rooftop. Midoriya with his mask, Bakugo with her dress. As soon as Midoriya does go inside, he turns on the TV. Someone looking at the news. They are still talking about the ghoul on television, Eye Patch, and the three-eyed ghoul. They are the same person, once more, along with the fact that he battled a Triple S class and survived the fight. Binge, however, she was killed. And the CCG, they have given an official statement. The statement being that they are going to take down this Eye Patch ghoul. They don't understand how he got in their systems, let alone through the back door. They believe that it was a famous hacker. Or, well, one of them at least. There is quite a lot on the watch list. So, along with that, well, the broadcast gets cut short. It gets hijacked, you could say. Midoriya in the kitchen preparing some meat, as he hears it. And it shows the news station. The anchors tied up, and their mouths covered. As you do have a couple people standing there in mask, saying Eye Patch, the three-eyed ghoul, the Chimera, the one-eyed king. Midoriya running into the living room hearing that. All four of those names. He has gone by them. In fact, they believe that he is perfect for the organization. They are something of what he might be looking for. With what happened to your ally, you must be seeking new ones. We are the organization that the CCG hates the most. We are Onigiri Tree, a society of ghouls. We believe that we can help you take down the CCG and create a world where we can live. Not side by side with men. In fact, we believe that we can take them down. And the heroes would be our next problem. In fact, they do have a list. They've taken down some of the problems they've faced. The heroes that would be difficult. Others have been unfortunate. Now, before they cut this, we know who you are, Eye Patch. Chimera. You are unique. You are our king. The transmission cutting. And Midoriya just standing there. Running back into the kitchen, hearing it buzzing, and move around on the counter. He's gotten dozens of messages from Momo, telling him to look at the news. Look at anything. Now, this is a bit of a conundrum for Midoriya. He was going to find the suits, then see what he could do there. However, Onigiri Tree, or Origiri, whatever you want to call it, they're trying to find him. So, this is going to be interesting. Now, with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed, and have an amazing night. I'll catch you guys in the next part.